Hi guys, Brian here from the City Back Pain Programme. So I just want to look at today, kind of a sort of a common remark I get from guys that have got chronic or long-term back issues, is that they generally find sort of, getting out of bed in the morning or the first half of the day is generally when the back's a little bit more painful, a bit more aggravated. And as the day progresses, they seem to get a little bit better, because it can be kind of counterintuitive to what you understand as to why backs can have an injury or develop problems to begin with. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this handy little balloon as a kind of a makeshift disc. We're going to imagine my two hands here, like the bony vertebrae in your back. So when you get out of bed in the morning, because you've been stretched out all night and the weight's been off your spine, basically you basically get a little bit taller throughout the night, as all that compression is kind of slowly released, and your discs are going to be at their maximum height and they're kind of their natural shape. And as the day progresses, just as you naturally carry your weight, as you're doing things day to day, or if you sit a lot and tend to sit a little bit rounded, your discs are going to start to compress as the day goes on. So by the time you get to the end of the night, you might find your discs have lost quite a bit of their height. They're all compressed. But when your back's like this, obviously you're going to be a little bit shorter, but also when it's in this compressed state, it's actually a little bit more stable, which is why you tend to feel, the back feels a little bit happier towards the end of the day. But of course, you go to bed that night, as the weight comes off your back overnight, you're stretched out, the discs start to return to their original sort of size and shape and height. And when you're up here again, obviously you get up in bed in the morning, it's a little bit unstable, and that's why you're got that little bit of tenderness in the back, and kind of until a couple of hours in you start moving and things start to compress again. So if someone remarks to me they generally have pain first thing in the morning, this could be one of the biggest reasons why. And if that's the case, I generally also find that they've got very poor what we call lateral stability, or the ability to protect the spine from uncontrolled sideways movements and maybe even sort of twisting movements because of that instability. So generally I'll find that they'll tend to struggle with things like sort of side bridging type exercises or McGill style side bridges, and that's probably one of the most beneficial exercises for them to do long term, so that when they build up stability in the muscles here, and they get out of bed in the morning, the discs are all nice and inflated, they've still got that strong stable base for the back to work from. It's not all a bit unstable and catchy. So if you've got back pain and it tends to be worse in the morning, that could be one of the reasons why. That might be something to look at to help yourself for long term.